Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Victoria Sanchez. Okay, before I get started with today's video, if you guys hear a lot of noise in the background, it's because my son is currently in the shower, and this is the only time I can film a video without him complaining. So, don't mind him. You'll hear splashing and talking and just playing around. But anyways, if you're new to this channel, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Well, today's video is going to be 16 and pregnant, my labor and delivery story time. So grab your snacks, grab your water, grab your tea, grab whatever you want to eat so you can tune in. Okay, let's get right into this video. So I went into labor June 22nd of 2016. And my labor experience was very horrible. If that makes sense, you'll know why once I get into this whole story time, okay? So around like 1 p.m. on June 22nd, I was just like really tired and I just wanted to sleep. I didn't want anybody to bother me. And at this point, I was like, you know what? We're gonna have this baby. I'm gonna have this baby today because I'm already over it. Like, I'm giving him his eviction notice, so he better come. So I walked up and down the stairs. I bounced on a ball. I did curve walks. I did the eat spicy foods and you know, all that good stuff. Okay, nothing was happening and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go take a nap because I need a nap. So I went to go take a nap, and then like around 1:30ish, around there, I started cramping. So I woke up from my nap and I was like, oh shit, what is this? Like, I didn't know what it was, and I was like, it doesn't feel like freaking contractions, because my mom was like, you know, when you're contracting, when you can't take it, when you can't breathe. And I was like, I can still breathe, like, I got this. So, and then so that contraction passed by, and it was like it was barely starting, and I went back to bed. And then baby daddy came to lay in the room with me at around 2, but my dad had me laying my head facing this way and his head was facing that way, so we were laying like on the opposite directions of each other. And then around 2:30ish, that's when it started hitting me. Like, all the bad contractions started coming, like every 2 to 3 minutes, and I kept tapping his leg. I was like, hey. I was like, we need to go to the hospital. I was like, these hurt, I can't. And I was crying, and I was like, I can't do this. And then he was like, you're just over-exaggerating. Go back to bed. I looked at him like, how would you know? How would you know if I was over-exaggerating, huh? Please, tell me. Hold on, I'm listening. Tell me. Exactly. Shut up. Keep your mouth closed, okay? If I said we need to go to the hospital, we go into the hospital. And then I went to go tell my mom. I was like, hey mom, I was like, I'm contracting really badly. And I was like, and it hurts really, really badly. I was like, I want to cry and I want to throw up. And then she was like, okay, put your shoes on, go put like whatever you need, and then we'll head to the hospital. And I was like, okay. So we headed to the hospital. We got there like around 3:15ish, and then they sent us up to labor and delivery. We got there, and then they were monitoring Josiah, and they're monitoring the contractions and everything. And then they were like, they checked me. Okay, they checked me. I don't like this part because it was really, really painful. And then I was like, ooh, they were like, you just gonna feel a little bit of pressure, my ass. They shoved their fingers up your vagina, and then they was like, you know, I don't know what the fuck they was doing up in that bitch, but you know, it's okay. And then the nurse was like, you're only a centimeter dilated and 30% effaced. And I was like, and how much do I gotta be to be admitted? They're like, you need to be 3 centimeters dilated. And I looked at her like, bitch, you better do something because I don't want to go home. So they're like, I'm sorry ma'am, we can't do anything, we're gonna send you home. So they sent me home, and then like around 5ish we were home. And then like around 5:30ish, my mom started cooking dinner. My mom's friend came over to help her cook dinner, and then, you know, all that good stuff. And then my mom was like, okay, Victoria, you need to eat something. You haven't ate all day. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm not hungry. I just feel really nauseous. I need to throw up. And I was like, and these contractions are killing me. And then around 6 o'clock, my back contractions started. Those were the worst pain ever. See, I already want to cry because I can like feel it, okay? Once my back contractions started, I was in tears. I was walking around the house like I was praying they would go away, okay? My back is already messed up as it is, and then the back contractions just made it 10 times worse. I was on the counters. I was like rocking myself. Like I had my hands like this and my head like this. And I was rocking on the counters and I was like, please, please go away. Please go away. And then I was crying as I was saying it. And I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And my mom's just telling me it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You got this. You got this. And I was like, Mom, I can't do this. And baby daddy over there just standing there like, it's okay. You'll be okay. And I looked at him like, this is your fault. Like, don't talk to me. Like, no. And then we go back to the hospital a second time, okay? And about this time it was already 7, okay? I sign back in. We go back to labor and delivery. And then they were like, you're only 2 centimeters dilated. At this point, I was already irritated. I was frustrated. I wanted to cuss everybody out. I was ready to fight everybody, okay? I was like, like 2 centimeters? No. I was like, do something. I was like, no. So she was like, have you had your membrane stripped? And I was like, my what? What is that? They're like, I'm guessing that's a no. And I was like, no, I've never had it stripped. They're like, oh, normally your doctor's supposed to strip your membrane once you pass your due date. And I was like, my bitch ass doctor didn't do nothing. She told me that I couldn't get induced because my back is okay and my back is not okay. And then like she just gave me this whole runaround and she said I can't be induced till a week later. So please tell me, my membrane what? So she was like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and do it for you and maybe it'll like kick things up. So they stripped my membranes and then they're like, okay, we're gonna send you home. If this continues, just come back. And I was like, boy, like I'm really about to fight these nurses, like frustrated. So I went home and then around 12 a.m. June 23rd 2016, I was like, nope, not having it, Mom. I'm not having it. I was like, we are going back. So we went back to labor and delivery. They checked my membranes and I was 2.5 centimeters dilated. I was like, are you freaking serious right now? I was crying. And then my mom, like my contractions, every time I had a contraction I had to cry and cry. So my mom was like, you know what, let me just talk to you. So we had a conversation and then like it's weird because when you're like talking to me, I don't feel the pain at all. But once you stop talking to me, I'm just like so yeah. So she was just talking to me and then like at 2 o'clock a.m. the nurse came back in, checked me. She was like, oh, you're 3.5 centimeters. We can admit you. And I was like, it took me 3 hours to go from 2.5 to 3.5. You motherfucking kidding me, right? Like, no, you gotta be shitting me. I can't see you guys. So, I'm sorry about the glare in my glasses, but I really can't see without my glasses, and my eyes are starting to hurt. Anyways, let's get back into the video. And then, so yeah, we got admitted, and then, you know, I tried my best to go as long as I can without taking an epidural. We got to the room. They admitted me. They took me to my labor room where I'm gonna have my sweet little innocent baby boy. So we got there, got on the bed, and then they were like, okay, do you want like, I think it's called Pitocin. I'm pretty sure it's called Pitocin. I don't know, but I got 2 of those. I got one for 30 minutes, and then I dilated from a 3 to a 3.5 to a 4. And then the other 30 minutes I took it again, and I dilated it from a 4 to a 5.5. And then I was like, okay. And then at that point I was like, I don't want no more Pitocin, because I just wanted to get a little bit of sleep. That way I have enough energy to push. So, and then at 5.5 centimeters, I was still at 5.5. And it was already like 6 o'clock in the morning. So the nurse came in, she checked me, and then she was like, do you need to go to the bathroom? And I was like, yes, I need to go to the bathroom, but can you help me up because I am having a contraction. So as soon as she picked me up, my water broke. I was like, I think I'm peeing. She was like, can you like hold it, or is it just going? I was like, it's just going. I was like, I don't know what it is, but it's just going. I was like, it doesn't feel like I'm peeing, but it feels like I'm peeing. She was like, oh no, sweetie, your water broke. And I was like, oh, my water broke on my sheets that I'm about to lay back on. Ain't that nice? And she was like, it's okay, sweetie, we'll go get you new sheets, and then blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, it's or whatever. So at 7 o'clock, it was still 7 o'clock, and I was still 5 centimeters dilated, 5.5 centimeters dilated. And then I was like, you know, can I get the epidural? My contractions are killing me. I was like, I can't take this anymore. I was like, can you guys just give me the epidural? And then my mom was like, are you sure you want to take the epidural due to your scoliosis? And I was like, I'm pretty sure it won't affect it, but if it does, then, you know, it's whatever. And then they were like, the nurse was like, I don't know if you can get the epidural due to your spine curving. And I was like, okay. So the doctor to the epidural came in the room, and then he was checking my spine and everything. And then he was like, yeah, she's good to go. We can give her the epidural. People say that the epidural hurt so much, but when I got it, it didn't hurt me. I didn't feel anything. The only thing I felt was my contractions. And then as soon as I got it, my like bottom half of my bottom half all the way down to my like toes, they were like numb, and I couldn't move them at all. And then my mom was like, that's kind of strange because you're not supposed to go all the way numb. And I was like, I know. I was like, I don't know, but it's okay, whatever. So I got the epidural, and then I like right after that I fell asleep instantly, and I slept the whole entire day. Like, I was so exhausted, I needed to sleep. So I slept throughout the whole entire day. The only time I woke up is when they came in and checked my cervix. And then I didn't even know what time it was or anything. And then I had woken up because I had this like weird dream. So when I woke up, okay, the nurses specifically tell you, do not eat in front of your spouse because they are hungry and they do want food, but they can't eat food. Once you get admitted, you can't have any food. So I opened my eyes, and I see baby daddy over there on the couch eating his motherfucking fruit snacks, okay? And I was sitting there pissed. I was like pissed. I was, whew, he irritated my soul. Okay, and then after I seen him eating, I was like, you know what the fuck ever. So I went, and then I had fell asleep, and I didn't wake up till like 4 o'clock. And then once 4 o'clock came, the nurse came back in and checked my cervix. I was 10 centimeters dilated. So I was like, cool, time to push. I was like, I got this or whatever. But the only problem was that I couldn't lift my legs due to how numb I was, and I couldn't move my lower half of my body. And then, so my mom was standing right in front of my like vagina area, like right there. My tia was on my left side, and baby daddy was on my right side. Then my tia and baby daddy had to help me hold my legs up, okay? So I pushed for 25